If you're feeling lazy, that's completely normal in this kind of system where we live, where we are being used by schools and corporations and everything else. The system was not created to help you, it was created to use you by school and these big corporations. It is so bad that we even monetize our hobbies. I mean, if you just enjoy making music, why should you monetize that? Why should you turn it into a business? You're doing it because you enjoy it. You enjoy the harmony, you enjoy how everything comes together, not because you want to make money from it. It's crazy. This led me to the conclusion that you're not lazy, you're just burned out, or even worse, you don't even know the direction where you're going in. In this video, I'll tell you my story and tips to help you solve this problem of the mental blockage of not feeling like working. Doing more does not equal productivity. Doing more does not equal value. I was raised in some kind of farmland, like it was a farm. So what it was is that there was division of labor. The parents found people to work on the farm, found some money and all that. All we had to do is clean the house and the outside, just the surrounding, and we were done for the day. We were free. We could do everything we needed in the entire day. There wasn't much of work, to be honest. You just clean the house and you're a free person. And when it came to food, the farm itself used to feed us. If more people had that kind of way of life, I think we would be in a better place than we are in right now. Of course, it's not that easy. No one will give you free land where you can farm your own food. My point is that you do not need to be working very hard to the point of burnout to survive. My point in this video is that you have to realize when something is making you exhausted. You are not lazy, you are just tired. So to fix this issue, you have to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Tired does not equal to laziness. It's not your fault. You have been used. You're burnt out. Maybe you don't feel like doing anything, and that's okay. It's normal. Life feels meaningless when you don't even know what you're working towards. Have you ever tried solving a math equation? You start solving the math equation, maybe you go 2 steps and then you don't know the next step. Do you ever feel like continuing to solve that math equation? No, you just see that there is no point in what I'm doing because everything you're doing is not making sense. It's not making you move forward. You don't have a reason to continue. Same with anything in life, really. If you do not have a reason and everything does not make sense, you are not gonna feel motivated to do anything. You're gonna feel lazy. I was in that place a few months ago. I felt like giving up everything. It was related to school. I just wanted to go home and drop out of university and start my own business or something. I didn't feel like doing anything related to uni, but right now I've kind of shifted my mindset a little bit. I just want to finish the degree, then the business I'll focus on later. I know my business is more important than the degree, but why can't I do both? The solution to this problem of laziness and feeling like you don't want to do anything is to make your life easier, to make everything you do in life. I know it's not easy to make everything easy. For example, me, when it comes to uni, I have found the most effective way to learn. I don't spend a lot of time learning a lot of useless information. I think my way of learning is very effective and I'm able to memorize a lot of information in a short period of time, and it is effective. If you want to learn my method of learning, I'll put a link in the description or up here so that you can watch it and learn how to learn. First step, make, that's a plane is flying over. Make your life easy. You're gonna figure it out how to make your life easy. See what is blocking your way of life and try to see how you can make it easy. And another lesson you need to learn related to this is learn how to break hard tasks to small tasks so that it becomes easier to start and you don't have that mental blockage of starting anything. Once you've forgiven yourself and you've learned how to make small tasks easy, you have to pick a small direction. You do not have to figure out your whole life, of course. You do not need to figure out your purpose. All you need is to have a small reason to start all over, start from scratch, pick something to improve on, pick something, a hobby or a business or a side house or anything you want to do, really. Anything, it can be a hobby or a business or a hobby or a side, I'm saying the same thing. Yeah, pick something, and once you pick that and try to improve every day, small, a little bit by bit. A little bit by bit is crazy. Bit by bit and bit by bit. Remember, this is easy for you. Don't make it hard. Remember, this is very important. If it's making videos, making videos easy as possible. Like me, I just use my phone because I think using my phone is easier. I just pick up the phone, put it there and start recording. Easy as that. So I never feel lazy shooting videos instead of a camera, which can be a lot of work. You have to put up a tripod and everything, the sound, make sure the sound is going in, make sure the audio is perfect. There is just a lot that goes in film production, and it's hard if you do not have a team like me. I'm a solo creator, so I need to make my life easier. Once you pick that small direction and you're finishing those small tasks, improving yourself, maybe you've started seeing some momentum, try to see the small wins. They're very important. Be happy you have accomplished something. In fact, you do not need to be aware of this. This will happen naturally. We feel happy when we accomplish something, even small tasks. Remember, if you just clean a table, you just clean a table, something, if you just feel something, oh, I just cleaned the table, and you look at it, you're like, wow, it actually looks nice. And you actually feel like cleaning the rest of the area because the table looks clean. You feel like doing these other things. You want to clean the rest just to make yourself happy. When you start things and you don't see results, you never finish them, you lose confidence. As a result, you do less. That's what happens when you're tired, you're not working properly, you're not seeing results, and everything just feels like shit. I hope YouTube doesn't strike me for saying that word. I don't think it's a bad word. Sometimes I use that word. I've shown you how to fix this problem of laziness and burnout. You have to forgive yourself, learn how to break hard things to small things, pick a small direction, and then celebrate the small wins when you start doing that journey. If it's either learning or building a business, it doesn't matter. Appreciate the small wins. In business, what I've learned is that you have to keep pushing. You're not gonna see the results any soon. On my YouTube channel, I've invested a lot. I've invested a mic, I've invested a camera, I've invested a laptop. Overall, I've lost money in this journey of content creation, and I'm just seeing small results, and I think it will pay off even in future. So be patient. It's gonna happen very soon, and you'll be proud to have yourself. Watch this other video of how to get back on your feet. I talk about a similar thing of breaking hard tasks to small tasks and how you can apply it. So watch the video. Maybe you're feeling stuck and you feel like you can't do anything, or it's really hard for you to start something, maybe clean your house, maybe start your business, maybe learn the stuff you want to learn. He was saying something sensible.
Rule, it's a pretty straightforward rule when you want to get back on your feet, and the rule is you have to make the task small enough so that you'll do it, no matter how small that is. But I had plenty of clients who couldn't go home and clean up their room. They hadn't cleaned up their room for like 20 years for all sorts of reasons. One of the impediments to people who've really taken a blow in their life is that things have fallen apart around them so badly that where they have to start is humiliating even to consider, right? So it looks simple, it's not bloody simple. And so in a situation like that, you cut it down so that maybe the first thing they do is clean up, like maybe they look inside one drawer and see the mess that's there and just look at it for a minute and think about how they might reorganize it if they were going to. When people are very down and out and they decide to make a move forward, in some ways they're facing the whole panoply of problems that confront them in the guise of that single problem, right? It's all lurking behind it, right? And the advantage to that is that if you make that first step forward, you're actually advancing in the face of all that opposition. The disadvantage is that the first task seems so small that you literally have to be on your knees to be humble enough to lower yourself to take that first step.
I watched this clip and then realized that this is actually the stuff I preach on my channel to make it easy for you. It doesn't matter what you're doing. This applies to everything you do in life, especially learning or business or improving yourself.